I want to ask you about doing whatever it takes in business. That's something that you mentioned in your show, throughout your show, doing whatever it takes to succeed. Where does Jeff draw the line in business? What does that mean, doing whatever it takes for you?
You know what? Yeah, it's a sort of a double-ended question, not in a bad way. It's tough because, in the auction business, people want to bring their goods to you, and they expect to get a return. And some people just don't really realize that their stuff is worthless. And I think if you tell them that, that's out of the reality check, and then they give it to you, and then they get pissed off that they don't get the results that they want. Um, there's a point in time where you can start picking your clients. When you get to that point, you're done well. I mean, when you're starting out in real estate, I mean, my mother used to sell real estate, great friends that are in real estate. There's a lot of people, you sell a house for these people, you go bend over backwards, and no matter what you do, you just can't seem to get that guy happy. People have a personal attachment to their home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you try to tell them, but everybody thinks shit, it's worth much more than what it is. But when you're starting out, you have to take those clients. I mean, you don't have to, but you know what? At least you got that listing, and hopefully that listing leads into something else. But, oh, yeah, well, geez, this guy just sold 20 houses and he made, $300,000 in commissions this month. Well, to get that far, there's a lot behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got your signs, you got this sign, that sign, that. I mean, it doesn't come easy. People always think, oh, that guy's making too much money. And that's
Yeah.
just, I don't know, you have to then you hit it head on. Yeah, you're right. I had a fucking great month. The best line I ever had was a guy the other day. I'm doing a deal with him, and he goes, "You see that Rolls Royce out there?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I can't pay you anymore because I can't afford my payment." I looked at him and went, "Holy fuck, that's funny." Right? And then I gave him a deal, $500 off. Meanwhile, he's driving a $400,000 Rolls Royce, but he hit it head on, and then I don't know. There's a time when you could start picking your clients. Until then, you got to eat a lot of crumbs before you can get your cake.
Yeah, and I think there's nothing wrong, and you tell me what you think about this. Danny and I talk about it all the time, being in the real estate business. There is nothing wrong with celebrating your successes and your wins. And if that means you buy yourself a nice watch,
Of course.
you get yourself a nice car, isn't that what we're doing this for? Why are we going
That's
to go?
right.
Why are we
Exactly.
going to work 80 hours, 100 hours a week, plugging away? Maybe you don't see a return. I think the last time I got a real paycheck at the time of this recording was like 6 months ago. That I got a real paycheck, a paycheck that I said, "Shit, Sarah, let's go out for dinner and celebrate afterwards." That was like 6 months ago, because sometimes that's what it takes to build a business, and you're going to be in the hole. But otherwise, when the time comes where you reap what you've sown, you should be able to enjoy it. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing at all. I mean, there are, like, talking liquidation auction business. I mean, in Vancouver, we've got a handful of auctions and liquidation guys, primarily auctions. And, people want to talk shit about these guys. I know most of them. And you know what I always say? If you don't want to deal with me because you don't think that we're the right company, look, that's not a bad company. They've been in business for 30 years. They've been around for a while. And that goes to just about any business. If you've been in business for quite some time, you don't do that by screwing people. I mean, nowadays it's easier to criticize. A guy comes into a store, people come in, and I was there and I didn't say hello to a guy. Next thing I know, I got a 1 star on Facebook. What the fuck? I didn't say hello to this person.
Shoot.
Well, I mean, like, for every 100 people I say hello to, I don't get a feedback. Unfortunately, that's the way society is. Like, you want to go to Costa Rica to stay in a hotel, you look at their reviews. And I mean, I kind of go, well,
Yeah.
really, what is a review? Like, look at some of the reviews. I had a taco salad and my sour cream was too cold, and I'm giving them a 1 star. Like, fuck, real estate is a great game. I mean, I've been involved in it. We've flipped a few homes. Interest rates that's happened now that come up have definitely, haven't helped. Then at the same time, you got young kids trying to get out of university, trying to save money. I mean, how do you do it?